Well, the first thing, this is one thing I always say when I'm asked this question, is it would be nice if people understood numbers at a very basic elementary level. So that when any issue, not just a scientific issue, but especially a scientific issue is presented, we don't have to say, some people think this and some people think that. We can say, 78% of the people think this, or this is known at 90% confidence level. And for people to have some idea what that means, so that we can describe, I mean, there's always this hesitation when something isn't 100% known, and nothing is ever 100% known. And we can test it to some degree of precision. And it would be nice to be able to speak in those terms, so that rather than say, some people think this, or some people think that, or maybe it's true or maybe it's not, that we can really attach numbers to that. And I think it would give rise to much more intelligent debates on many subjects, because the way everything is presented today is sort of in black and white terms. And it would be nice to be able to evaluate it. And it's an interesting thing. I mean, I had a friend who used to do that to me. He'd ask a question and I'd say, well, I don't know the answer to that. Right? I'd say, I don't know whether it's true or not. He'd say, well, but he sort of was a gambler. He'd sort of say, so, what kind of odds would you put on it? And it's interesting because you almost always do have in the back of your mind some sort of probability. And so rather than just say, I don't know, sometimes to say, well, maybe 70% chance this is right. And it sort of makes you think a little bit more deeply about these things rather than this very surfaced level, which can be dismissive. So I think that's really important, just for people to have basic understanding of numbers and so that they can understand scientific evidence better, what it has shown. But also, I mean, there's obviously just some concepts that I think it's important to know, particularly about issues that are relevant to our society. I don't think that people necessarily have to know about theoretical particle physics. I do, however, think that people who want to know about theoretical particle physics should have the opportunity to do so. I mean, that was one of the reasons I wrote a book, because it's such difficult material that unless you can really give a lot of the background, explain quantum mechanics, explain general relativity, the particle physics, I can talk about extra dimensions in the way we're doing now, but it's nice to have this deeper understanding that comes with really understanding the development of physics and understanding what are the questions we're trying to answer at a deeper level and why we think this might be the right answer. But I don't think everyone has to want to know that, but I do think that people who want to should be able to. And these experiments are expensive and they involve lots of people. And so if we're asking for the government to support it, it's only fair that we should tell people why they should be excited. It's not just discovering a Higgs particle, it's discovering new forces, new elements of nature, and what that can mean, what the implications are. Maybe it's telling us about space-time even. I mean, it could be really just interesting and deep, even if it's not changing our daily lives. But there are issues that do change that are important for our lives, so, where the science can be really complex too, and such as climate change, which is an important issue. And it's important for people to be able to sort of evaluate what's said. At this point, almost all the scientific evidence is given in sort of a he said, she said kind of way. And it would be nice to be able to go a little bit more deep into it. A lot of the medical advances, it would be nice for people to, again, to be able to really evaluate what the evidence is and what the significance is for various studies.